Makuta Tridax. The guy used a mask of dimensional travel as a disposal bin for failed Shadow Leech experiments. He eventually figured out that you can travel the multiverse and decided he wanted to be the owner of the largest Takanuva collection. He also made those Takanuvas evil. There was also the whole he got a play feature named after him thing. Unfortunately, he contracted an incurable virus that eats your armor, leaving him a cloud of antidermis. He then got incinerated by Top Duck. I have made Tridax in the past, but as my style of building changes and my approaches change, I figured I should go for an update. I might hold on to things from version to version, but I also might just start from square one on other things. When creating my latest version of Tridax, I already knew which colors I would be using, those being purple and dark red primarily. I also know the two weapons I could feature, and one of the masks. The first thing that I needed to sort out was, would this be a canister-sized build or a Titan build? While I am using Stud.io and have an infinite access to any part in any color, I try to go for parts in colors that were already produced. What ultimately influenced me to go the Titan route was that a lot of the purple parts I wanted to use felt like they would fit better on a Titan build. Next thing to sort out was the theme. Now typically when you think Makuta, you typically think of like bats or a bug. But for Tridax, I wanted to go another road. And by another road, I'm talking about a more dragon looking road. A lot of the whole going the dragon road was fueled by the fact that when looking for a mask for this guy, I stumbled upon the Galva version of the Mask of Charisma, but it's for the Brotherhood of Makuta. And with like the horn add-ons you can add, I was getting like a dragon vibe. And then when I also considered using the Antros wings, those always felt more like dragon wings than bat wings to me. And you know, maybe for story purposes, the Mask of Charisma could have served Tridax in convincing the other Makuta into using the Tridax pod. So for the legs, I brought over the progress from my past iteration. I did not like how the lower and upper sections connected. I did like the look of the lower part, but the upper part felt like I could improve on. I also saw as upgrading the upper part of the legs as an opportunity to fix another issue I've had with my past iterations. The fact that I felt like I didn't use as much purple as I could have. So, I bought a can of Deep Commitment to Purple and made the upper legs bulkier and more purple. The lower legs more or less stayed the same, mostly because I thought they had a cool design. You might have noticed that you can make out the letter M in the lower legs. The M stands for Makuta, and my goodness, that wasn't intentional, but it looks cool. Going on to the arms, I went for a similar color pattern as the legs. Upper is mainly purple, lower is mainly dark red, and the hands are black. The hands also feature claws that I wanted to make similar to Mutran's. The upper arms is a design that I carried over from the previous version. The lower arms were Rakshi limbs for the longest of time, but I recently changed them to the Paraka ones, mainly because I just liked how it looked better than the Rakshi limbs. Now, Tridax has two masks, and prior to this version, I kind of just left one of them lying around. This time around, I decided to add a little chain holder for one of the masks not being used. Now it looks kinda clunky, but part of the issue is working with chain pieces in Stud.io is a pain. It's possible that this would look better if physically built. Along with the two masks are two tools. Yeah, tools. First up is an acid spear. I use that one Hero Factory blade piece because green means acid. I also like to make the staff part of the spear brown when I can, just so that it makes it look like it's made out of wood. Second is a sharp blade. The idea here was, with the amount of Takanuvas Tridax has captured for his really large Takanuva collection, Some might have gone mad and had to be taken out back, but that also means there's a bunch of spare Takenuma staffs flying around, so why not use one as a blade? Overall, I like how things have developed with my Tridax build from iteration to iteration. I also really like the color scheme being pretty unique with the dark red and purple, and the whole dragon look is going along pretty well. I'll probably make more changes to Tridax, though at this point, any changes would probably be pretty minor. However, if there are any significant changes, I do plan to cover them in a future video, so be sure to subscribe for future updates, as well as more breakdowns of my various mocks.